What's going on, people? How you doing? TK coming at you. And I always hit you guys with different angles, different views. So main thing I talk about is financial empowerment, but people don't realize how that ties into the holistic approach of our life and how life itself has intertwining lanes that affect other lanes. So today I'm looking at the post that was done by Pepper within the group Salt and Pepper, and she just basically went in on her previous decision making when it comes to the black community and guys within the black community being too nice. Because at the time, she felt like Will Smith was too nice, and she also felt like she was more into the bad guy. And it's funny to me because that picks or portrays a greater psychological problem, a psychosis within our community, where our mental process has been programmed or devalued to the point where we're counterproductive in our decision making, and that has far-reaching effects as it then trickles over into other things within our life. So she, in 2020, looks back and says what things could have been if she would have treated Will Smith with respect in terms of how he treated her with respect and was too much of a nice guy. And that, to me, says that as a whole, our women has been basically programmed to be dysfunctional. We are our own worst enemy. I've said that in a number of different videos, to whereas our mental process and our focus is on things that do not help us. We will celebrate negativity and encourage dysfunctionality within the black community. And then that leads to the justification for stereotypes within people who are non-black. So just using the term black is just accepting the norms within society as today. But if you want to group a ethnicity and you want to step on the progress and growth of a certain community, it's easy to demonize that community and group them into something that is derogatory. And we see that result play itself into all different aspects of society. I mean, if you look at the police brutality situation, if you look at the divisional nature of America and how other races see the community that's labeled black as negative, and respond to them in a defense mechanism before you judge their character or their personality. So we're essentially labeled, demonized, declassified, and we never get to show our characteristics in terms of an individual person and how we are or are not the label that's put on us. You see what I'm saying? So we play out a lot of stereotypes. We propagate a lot of stereotypes. We accept a lot of the negative branding that's put on our community. So maybe slavery was a choice because people choose to continuously propagate negativity that's counterproductive to the community as a whole. We're not doing things or focusing on things that can advance our community and propagate us to royalty or kingship or even an economic development status that plays a I should listen to you role within the economic sphere or slice of the pie. You know, as a group, as an ethnicity, we are we're more disenfranchised as a group because of the fact that our focus is so left, okay? If you want to label us and you want to group us and you want to talk about our inability to do things that make sense and our seemingly non-ability to comprehend advanced strategies that involve wealth positioning and wealth strategies. You know, we are handout and complain and lazy. And a lot of people not only live that, but reinforce that. So we see the problem. Problems show themselves And dysfunctionality shows the results in different playouts. You know, life tends to play out in different ways. So when you look back, you can see how this has played out and how it was definitely something that didn't help you. And it was a decision that you maybe shouldn't have been focused on. But now that we see the problem, how do we, in conversation, elevate the actions towards a solution? In other words, we need to grow to the point where we are no longer focused on counterproductive actions, and we begin to grasp, we begin to implement, and we begin to change our mindset so that now we can be effective players. We can be an actual force to be reckoned with, something that you say, I want to pay attention to because I see your results. You see what I mean? And that could easily happen with mind shift change. If we shift focus, shift mindset, change actions, change decision-making processes, then all of a sudden we say, I want to pay attention to you because you are a force to be reckoned with in a power position that I cannot ignore. And that is a solution. So a solution to our problem has to be financial education, has to be mindset change, mindset shift, has to be to the point where counterproductive actions are not celebrated, has to be to the point where our foundation is ingrained in the tools that effectively open doors, the right keys to open the right doors so that we are noticed, we are a force, and we begin to get respect because of our results. You see what I'm saying? People will respect your results no matter who the hell you are. So if we change our mindset, our decision-making process, and our actions, and we begin to produce results because we're using the right financial keys, then people will be like, wow, all I care about is money, so I don't give a fuck what face that money has. I want to participate economically in what you've got going on. An example is Black Wall Street. We empowered, we bootstrapped, and we created. And then the economic power group who wanted to take what we had basically came in and blew it all up by force. So what if the black community did the same thing that we did in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we refocused, readjusted, re-educated? We actually bootstrapped. We entrepreneured our way into economic empowerment by different decision-making, by mindset shifts, by paradigm change. Then all of a sudden, we become another Black Wall Street. Then all of a sudden, we're no longer choosing slavery. We're choosing to implement keys, not by inclusion, begging, tap dancing, and asking for access, but by taking, by implementing, and by making different decisions.